It usually starts with one harmless sentence. "I'm only buying the phone." Yeah, sure. You walk into an Apple store, hand over roughly $1,000, and leave with one shiny iPhone. On your side of the counter, the deal is finished. Phone received, money gone. Everybody goes home. But on Apple's side, that receipt may only be level 1. Because next comes your Apple account, then your photos, then iCloud, maybe AirPods, maybe a watch, maybe a Mac. And 5 years later, replacing your iPhone is no longer about replacing one phone. It means touching everything the phone pulled in behind it. So we're following this purchase from both sides: what you receive, what Apple receives, how much you spend, and how heavy that exit door becomes with every level. You versus Apple. Let's see who actually gets the better deal. Level 1, the first iPhone. The box opens, the screen lights up, the camera is ridiculous. For the next 48 hours, you photograph everything, including things that absolutely did not need photographing. Your money counter jumps to roughly $1,000. Now, Apple does not pocket that whole amount. Components, manufacturing, shipping, retail, support, and taxes all take their share. Still, the iPhone is a monster business. In Apple's March 2026 quarter, iPhone net sales were almost $57 billion. Just over half of Apple's entire quarterly revenue came from one product family. You see a new phone, Apple sees another active device entering its world. And the very first thing that world asks from you does not even cost money. It asks for an account. Level 2, your digital home. You sign in, contacts return, apps reappear, passwords, messages, notes, and photos begin gathering around one Apple account. Lose this phone, and much of your digital life can return on the next one. Buy an iPad, and your information is already waiting there like it arrived before you. From your side, this feels less like a sales strategy and more like relief. Then your camera meets 4K video, family group chats, and the 200 screenshots you swear you'll check later. The message appears. Your iCloud storage is full. Apple gives you 5 gigabytes for free. In the United States, the first paid iCloud Plus tier currently offers 50 gigabytes for 99 cents per month. 99 cents is tiny. You probably won't hold a family meeting over it. You tap Upgrade, the warning disappears, and your photos keep moving. You feel rescued. Apple has quietly moved from waiting years for your next phone purchase to receiving a smaller payment every month. But the subscription is not the cleverest part. The cleverest part arrives when you buy something else, and it already knows who you are. Level 3, the accessories. First, AirPods. And yes, AirPods can work with Android devices. Let's not start lying just because the title says versus. But inside Apple's ecosystem, supported AirPods can automatically switch between devices signed into the same Apple account. Music plays on your Mac. A call hits your iPhone. The AirPods move over. No Bluetooth wrestling match. No opening settings 6 times like the 7th attempt will reveal a hidden miracle. It just works. Then comes the Apple Watch. A current Apple Watch needs a compatible iPhone for normal setup. So the watch does more than sit beside your phone. It gives the phone a reason to stay. You see convenience. Apple sees a second product making the first product harder to replace. Your spending counter rises. So does the lock-in meter. Not because somebody forced you, but because the products are becoming more useful together. And now one thought appears. If the phone, headphones, and watch work this smoothly, what would a Mac feel like? Level 4, the device network. You buy the Mac. AirDrop moves files. Handoff continues tasks. Universal Clipboard lets you copy something on one device and paste it on another. The first time it works, you nod like you personally helped Apple engineer it. You did not, but you did pay for it. This is the real power of an ecosystem. Every new product can make the products you already own feel more valuable, and your old purchases begin into part of Apple's sales pitch. The iPhone makes the Mac more tempting. The Mac makes the iPhone harder to replace. The watch keeps both close. The AirPods float between them. Apple does not need every alternative to be terrible. The result only needs to make leaving feel like work. And hardware charges you once. The next level can charge you while you sleep. Level 5, the monthly layer. iCloud, Apple Music, Apple TV, Apple Care, apps, in-app purchases, maybe an Apple One bundle. No, every customer does not buy every service. Your own payment may only be 99 cents, or $10, or nothing at all. But Apple has more than 2.5 billion active devices across its product categories. Small payments stop looking small when the crowd becomes that large. In the March 2026 quarter, Apple reported nearly $31 billion in services revenue. Now watch this. Apple reported a gross margin of 38.7% on products and 76.7% on services. That is not final profit. Apple still pays for research, employees, offices, and plenty of other expenses. But after the direct costs connected to those sales, services left a far larger percentage as gross margin than hardware did. Which means the most valuable iPhone is not always the brand new one leaving the store. Sometimes it is the old one that keeps its owner connected, subscribed, and quietly paying. At this level, Apple does not need you excited every month. It mostly needs your payment method to remain emotionally stable. Eventually, though, your battery weakens, your storage fills again. A new camera appears in an Apple launch video looking like it can photograph the surface of Mars. And suddenly, the perfectly good phone in your hand starts feeling ancient. Level 6, the upgrade loop. The new price hurts. Then trading credit makes it smaller. Financing divides what remains into monthly pieces. The giant number becomes a friendlier number, repeated many times. You hand over the old phone and start again. This does not mean everyone buys a new iPhone every year. Counterpoint's survey found that iPhone Pro users kept their phones for roughly 2.75 years on average, while non-Pro users kept theirs for around 3.15 years. Apple does not need everybody upgrading together. While you buy a phone, someone else pays for storage. Someone replaces AirPods. Someone renews Apple Care. Someone buys their first watch. Millions of customers can occupy different levels at the same time. The machine keeps moving because the payments overlap. Then one day, a rival phone catches your attention. Maybe it is cheaper. Maybe the camera is better. Maybe you are simply tired of hearing the word ecosystem. Fine, you'll leave. And that is when the final price appears. Final level, the exit door. Switching is possible. Your photos can move. Subscriptions can be canceled. AirPods still function as Bluetooth headphones. Apple has not glued an iPhone to your hand. But now you check the watch, the purchased apps, the passwords, the files, the family features, the familiar gestures, the little workflows you stopped noticing years ago. Your exit fee is not one dramatic bill. It is a Saturday afternoon spent transferring, replacing, canceling, checking, and teaching your fingers new habits. The strongest lock does not always feel like a lock. Sometimes it feels like convenience you no longer want to lose. So, who won? Apple earned hardware revenue, recurring services revenue, and a customer who became progressively less likely to leave. But you received a good phone, useful backups, connected devices, and years of genuine convenience. Calling the whole thing a trap is too easy. If the products were garbage, the ecosystem would fall apart. The strategy is powerful because the convenience is real, and so is the commercial advantage hiding underneath it. You bought one iPhone. Apple built a path behind it. And with every step, the next Apple purchase became easier to justify than the first. Now count yours. 1 point for every Apple device. 1 more for every Apple service you pay for. What level are you? Drop the number in the comments. And if you need to check your subscriptions first, Apple may already be winning. Subscribe to Wealth Tide. Every transaction has 2 sides. We follow the money.